Hey, what's up guys? Professor here. Today we are making a 2019 edition tutorial for setting up your MPK Mini. Alright, I've learned a lot more since last year's tutorial. So if you guys find this useful, be sure to like and subscribe and go check out the MPK playlist I have below. So first things first, I'll show you guys what I'm going to be teaching you to do by the end of setting this up, alright? So you're going to be able to do a few things. You're going to be able to play your... So you're going to be able to play your drums while at the same time playing your chords. Alright, that's pretty cool, and you're going to be able to use these knobs correctly. So, let's set up what we need to do to get this going. We'll start with the MPK itself. So close FL Studios, get that closed, and let's talk about the MPK itself, alright? So, first things first, you're going to need your MPK Mini, and you are also going to need your MIDI cord. Now, that is this cable, the one that should come with your MPK, and it plugs in there on the right side of the MPK, and then the other end into your USB port, okay? Your lights, one of these lights should turn on. It'll most likely be the Bank A B light. The other ones may not turn on because you may not be using them yet. Once you have this on, you know that your MPK is plugged in and it's like working. So, let's put this back on the mount. Alright. Next, this is why you need FL Studios closed. Because you want to download, and the links are in the box, or like the software guide is in the box on the papers. You can always go find it on the Akai website as well. The Akai Professional MPK Mini MK2 Editor. Alright? So, I'm going to show you what I did for my programming of the MPK and how I use it. Then I'm going to save my format and I'm going to give it to you guys also. I'll put it in a MediaFire link so you guys can just download it. And this time of the year around, or last year, everyone was like, I don't know what to copy. I meant just copy the screen. But this year instead, you could just upload my preset into your MPK and make it that much easier. But we're going to explain what's going on first. So run your Akai Professional MPK Mini as administrator, okay? The reason we do this, oh, 1 second, be right back. All right, and we're back. Never mind. All right, so the reason why you want to run as administrator is because you want to allow yourself to save your layouts or upload the layout I have set for you guys down below in the link to the MPK layout I will use. So open, and you can just save it to your desktop if you want, and just right here, just open it. Boom. Now, this right here is the one you want to be using. You have the exact layout that I use and that I'm about to explain. All right? So let's hop right in. Your different programs, program 1, 2, 3, and 4, are what happens when you use these different buttons. So let's first observe how to change programs. I'm now using program 2. Now we'll use program 3. Let's go back to 1. When you get or send, click your MPK Mini 2 inputs and outputs. Apply, OK. So, look at program 1. This is the one that I primarily use and will be using and setting up today. If I go to program 2, you can see how the options are different. So now that we know that these change options and how the MPK works, let's explain them. My favorite way is to have the clock on external. The reason why is because with clock on external, your MIDI and your arpeggiator, the functions of the MIDI, that are time and tempo based will sync up with your DAW rather than having to manually do it. And that helps a lot because you're going to have options like 1/4 tempo, 1/4 triplets, 1/8 triplets, 1/16. A lot of cool things you can do with hi-hats and your arpeggiator if you have it synced up with your DAW. If you want to see more of that, check out the playlist below where I show you cool hi-hat tricks. Next, the other key thing is have your key bed and your MIDI control channel on channel 1 and have your pad MIDI channel on 2. That's going to separate it so that if I have two generators, sound generators selected, I'll be able to use them separately. All right? So look at this. Now, when I say copy, the big things I'm going to want you to copy is this and this. Or like I said, you can open up the one that I'll give for you to download. Once you do, you'll have it. And then you'll be able to send all these options to program 1. And once you're done setting how you want your programs to look and the different options you want to be able to mess around with, after everything's good, you can send to RAM. That sends your programs to the MPK. They're now in here, stored, and ready to act. So now, and the reason you have to have FL Studios closed is because if your MPK is in use with a different DAW and you try and do that, it's going to crash. So now that we have it sent to here and it's operating like we want, let's go to FL Studios and we'll start talking about the MPK with the DAW itself. First things first, let's go to our options and go to MIDI settings. All right, so your MPK Mini 2 right here, this one, make sure it's on port 1. I set mine to port 1 and I send to master sync. I then have it synchronized to MIDI clock, and my input I have enabled. That's not enabled. You want to make sure you go to it and enable it. Perfect. All right, so just generic controller, blank, blank, blank. Velocity is linked to velocity, link release, release, etc. Next is what's going to make or break how natural it feels to use your MPK. Audio. You're going to notice that, you may notice that if you press a pad or a key, the sound comes in late or it lags. The reason behind that is because of your buffer length and your audio latency. If your buffer length is higher, it'll take longer for things to respond, but your computer will have more time to process the sounds it needs to be making, so you'll have less stuttering and clicking in your music. That's more important later when you get to mixing and stuff. But right now, say you're just recording from nothing, kind of set it low. A 6 millisecond delay is much more responsive. So now that we have that, we can close our MIDI and audio settings. Let's take a look at how to use the pads, okay? So you'll want to open up FPC. So just go to Boom, FPC, load it. I have FPC loaded here as a default. It'll open up like this. If you want to put your own sounds in it, you can load up an empty one. And then you can just go to your sounds in your file explorer and you can just drag them in. It's very easy. Music, samples, and I'll put in this. All right. And then you can also do it from over here. Packs, drums, kicks, bada boom, bada bing. So now I can do it like that. But I don't want to do that. I don't have time to set up a drum selection right now. Let's go back to our default. Now, you may notice that these aren't hitting the right things. Like if I hit the bottom left, it should hit this. If I hit the top left on bank B, it should hit this. But it's not. This is where we make our layout. So go to this option right here, this little arrow, left click, and then go to map notes for entire bank, all right? What that's gonna do is it's gonna go set up an option to now go one by one. The first thing you press will map this one. The second thing you press will map this one. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So watch this. B, Now it's mapped. So now, great, beautiful. And save the lap. If you got it working, save the layout that you just made. So go to Save Note Layout, and then make it as something. I already have mine saved. Type subscribe layout. All right, cool. So now next time we load up a different option and all my pads are messed up, all I need to do is go boom, load note layout, boom. Now everything's fixed. It's fantastic. Woohoo, great. Everyone's happy. So next is going to be your synthesizer. So you have your basic stuff. You can change octaves with octave up and down. That's fantastic. And you also have an arpeggiator. That's right, arpeggiator. And your arpeggiator will only act when your song is, when you have the thing playing. So check this out. Wow, that's so exciting. But let's make it more exciting. Hold arpeggiator on and press one of these different timings right here with the numbers. 1/4, 1/8, 1/4 triplet, 1/16 triplet. Let's do 132. This should be more exciting. Great, we have our arpeggiator figured out. Turn it off. Turn it on. Change the timing. Whoa! It's awesome. Another cool thing based around your timing. Check this out. When I'm on my FPC, you can get like really just cool if you want to be like, actually I want to do this. Check this out. Check this out. We're gonna get even cooler. Whoa, dope. Cool. All right. So now we got those figured out. Arpeggiator off. Pitch shift. Recording. So I'm going to explain the different options of recording, all right? Put a pattern in here. You're going to see different things. Their important ones are your metronome to keep you on time when you're playing, and your blend recording, and your loop recording. And I have a tutorial on this as well. But to make a long story short, if you don't have loop recording enabled, when it reaches the end of the recording session, when you go to record, go up here and then click Notes and Automation. Great. So say you reach the end of the recording clip. Without it highlighted, it won't go back. Wow, this is way too long. All right, here we go. So check it out. It's done. Great. We figured out that. But say you want to keep recording over and over and adding on. When you click loop record, it'll come back to the beginning. But if you don't have blend record clicked, it will overwrite what you had last recorded. It'll always make it start fresh. Watch. Now it's a new one. But let's observe with blend recording on. Now it's added, and it will keep adding if you keep doing this. It's also valuable to have your tempo counter on, so you're on tempo. Next thing, let's show you how to make sure we're using both. So reference back to our keybed 1 and your pads 2. Now you see how I have 2 sound generators here clicked or highlighted, and I did that by just holding control and dragging. It's kind of like awesome. So now it knows number 1, which is harmless, and it knows number 2, which is FPC. I can now great, and I can do it with recording. That wasn't necessarily on tempo, but you get the picture. Say you want to split what you've just done by channels. Right-click your pattern, go to Split by Channel. I now have my synths and my drums in different channels or patterns. Great for editing and chopping up. Next things, I'm going to show you how to use the knobs, all right? So these can be cool. If you guys want to learn, if you guys like this and want to learn even more advanced techniques with these, go check out the videos in the playlist. All right. So let's link one of these knobs to something. In FL Studios 20, right-click, go to Link to Controller, and then move the knob you want to link it to. Same with this one. Go to Link to Controller. I'll put that on my second one. So now you can do that with a lot of different options in FL Studios 20. You could do that with your panning, you could do that with your stereo separation, you could do that with things with a parametric EQ2. You can just link it with options like this, like bada boom, bada bing, right click, link to controller. Awesome. So now listen to this stink. Dope. But there are going to be times when you run into things that don't have that option available. Maybe different sound generators like Serum. If I go and right click this, I don't see Link to Controller. There's a quick fix for this. If you go up to here and you click Multi-Link to Controllers, leave it on, it will now look in the software what you want to be linked. So adjust in the software what you want linked. I want to have this one be adjusted. I need to tell FL Studios this is the one. Now it knows, and now it's waiting for me to move one of the knobs. I will do this one. Now it's doing it. Wow, amazing. Let's do that again. Link, software, value, then MIDI. All right. So now let's listen. Awesome. And so it's really useful to have each of these available to you. We went over the arpeggiator, the octave, full level. Full level means when you hit these pads, it'll be full velocity. So watch this. If, say you're having issues with just getting things to sound right, you don't want to be going, bah, 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 smashing things down. Oh, we gotta turn our volume back up. just click full level. Doesn't matter how hard or soft I hit it, it will come in at max velocity. All right. I'm pretty sure that that's all we really need to go over with the MPK. We demonstrated recording, loop recording, note repeat, timing, knobs, what the whole idea behind programming, getting and sending is with the editor. You can, if you don't have it linked to an external, you can always tap tempo with this. And check out program change. Check out this. Look at the up here what I have selected. All right. So program changed here. Program change here. Oh, wait, I gotta turn off the program change. Duh. There you go. So that's another way to change your sounds up real quick without having to go in and click stuff, okay? You can just use your program change. There's other things like latch and swing. These should be fairly obvious. And there's different arpeggiation types right here as well. That will help a lot with the controls if you're using that. My favorite way to use the arpeggiator is just to do hi-hat tricks, and I have a video explaining that below. Other than that, guys, I really hope that you found this video helpful. Please give it a like if it answered your questions and it helped out. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more. I upload songs and beats here. You can listen to them now. I'm making music all the time, and I'm always taking requests. So if you guys have any questions, leave them below, and I'll link you to a video where I've answered them, or I'll make a video answering if I haven't done that yet. Also, we all just like to hang, so check out the shops, check out the music, check out SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. We got bangers coming, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the new year. I hope this helped out, and I hope you enjoy your MPK Mini. This thing's a piece of work. I love it, and I love utilizing it with FL Studios. If you want to learn how to use FL Studios more, go to the Learn FL Studios with Professor playlist. And if you want to learn more tricks with your MPK, check out the MPK series playlist. Other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome one. Happy holidays. Come back again. Take it easy. Is that everything? I really hope that's everything. This is like the third time I've recorded this. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, guys. Peace out.